Hello, everybody. Jess Lowe's with another SBCA update, a update from Ligna in Germany. It's been a crazy week, a lot of stuff going on. I've been in Germany, Hanover, for I guess the last several days, 4 days, going to Ligna, the big wood products show. It is amazing. It is over the top. It is everything wood products. It has literally cradle to grave. I did not see any pine boxes, but I did see a cradle made of wood at this place. It's got furniture, it's got wood products that we're used to in the truss industry, wall panel industry. How do you use wood after the fact? Recycling it, making energy out of it, a lot of different things. It was surreal, to be honest. Spent a lot of time in all of the different halls. I think there was probably 10 different buildings that were just massive, and a few other annexes, and they had some open area, everything from how the timber is harvested to how it's used in the product. Um, you know, a lot of cool things. I don't know if it's necessarily everything that I thought it was going to be. There's no like, bam, this is brand new. This is going to revolutionize anything that we do. But there are some cool things that happened. A lot of material handling. Think of how, boards would get from one place to another. There's a lot of cool things there. Also, the processing and the cutting. I mean, they are very precise. If you think of some of the saws we're more familiar with, think of that times several different options there with that from all over Europe and even some from Asia. So there's a lot of cool things going on there with the processing and the cutting of the lumber, the joinery. I mean, from finger joint, just simple, like, okay, let's make longer boards, but then how do they interact, how does everything come together, some of that really precise. A lot of things about the lumber that they use here in Europe, so significantly different. It's a different quality. And I've heard a lot of I don't know if it's excuse is the right word, but a lot of discussion around that and how are these tactics applicable in the United States, in North America, with the lumber sources that we have. And I think that there's a lot of cool things that are coming, or I don't know, they may have been here for a while. I just didn't know about them, but scanning, learning the characteristics of the board, going and automating that. Some of the, meaning grading, possibly also, where are the knots at? Where's the weight at? Things like that you can digitize and record and then use that downstream. Now, I think that might have some applicability to our industry, it's plating, and, we look at QC, things like that, but also just which boards go where and what is the maximization of the value of that lumber once you get it there in your operation. As far as truss manufacturers, BCMC is still the best place to do truss specific things. Now, if you're wanting to kind of rattle your mind and think of things in a different spectrum or a different coming at problems from a different place, this would be the place to do that. A lot of different things. I spent time in all the different halls that were unrelated to specific, wood frame construction. A lot of just, how are they processing? How are they using it? The wood pallet, that's kind of similar. It's kind of a distant cousin maybe to wood trusses as far as the process and that kind of stuff. But also furniture, very precise, very, how do they handle the material? How do they handle the big slabs of, MDF or particle board or whatever it is that they're using. So a lot of different things there as well, with just things to think about and get some ideas and to have that. Saw some really cool software. Dietrich's comes to mind. I hope that they bring that to BCMC. They had some scanning to where they set up a scanner and it basically captures data points of a construction project. I'm thinking that might be applicable to measuring slabs. I know a lot of our members do that. They go out and it takes a lot of time. If you can, one, do that quicker, but two, increase accuracy. I think they said 4 millimeters with one particular device. That's pretty accurate and will make things, as you go up and put a roof on top of it, a lot easier as well. Other just little things like a nail gun trolley that was balanced and, had the hose, and really just thinking the ergonomics of that. I know when I was doing it, we were just throwing the gun wherever, but, between being easier to make the trusses if you're using staplers or anything like that, but also the longevity of those guns, something to think about there. But, that's a small thing compared to everything else. A lot of the lumber scanning, I think, was probably what I was most impressed with. And, ways that you can record that, use that as data, then downstream. And then, once you put it through the saw, where does it go from there? Queuing, that kind of stuff. So a lot of good conversations, a lot of great people here. Met people from all over the world, obviously. Seen a lot of people that I knew. Steve Schrader was more than welcoming at the Hundegger booth. He, gave me the lay of the land early on and was a great help. Andy Byers, April Burt with Simpson, Jay Halteman, Joe Halteman, Mr. Mavrakis. They were great as well. I saw them a couple different times. Chris Troyer from Longhorn Trust, a few others too that I saw that I'm hopeful that they get a little bit more engaged with SBCA. But it was just a great time. I enjoyed it. I've got a lot of great ideas and things that we can do to improve BCMC. Hopefully, we get a few of these people over there next year. Or, start thinking about our innovation and how do we drive that. So a lot to do there. I'm glad that SBCA got to see some insights here, and we'll see what we do with it once we get home. But next week, hopefully, I'm doing this from Havre, Montana, back home once again. But till then, peaks up, press on, all the way home. Talk to you later.